Good morning. Have you ever felt like you're running around in circles, like no matter what you do, you're never getting anything accomplished? Um, that's what it's been like this last week, this last couple of days. I've felt like that a lot. The last week, the weather was crappy. Again, it was a high of like 20, I think, on Tuesday, and snowing, blowing. It's just been a hot mess. Hopefully, looking at the future forecast for the next couple of weeks, I think 40 is like the lowest temperature coming around. The problem I have is now I have to get myself motivated. I have no energy. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm tired. But I can't just sit in the house and watch TV because that drives me nuts. And then my mind starts going crazy. So the plan today is it's not too bad outside right now. It's still a little chilly, but not horrible. The plan is to get this Shelby Charger out of the garage finally. I got everything pretty much done. I still got to cut the windshield out. That's going to take a little bit of work. But anyway, so to do this, I've got to unload the black Charger, bring the car trailer over to this side of the garage, put this car on the trailer, unload this car. I guess I don't have to. Ideally, what I'd like to do is get this car out of the garage, clean the garage floor, sweep it, and clean up the mess. Unload this car from the trailer, put the black car Charger back on the trailer, and put it back in the garage so that it's inside, ready to go. And then put this car back on the trailer and finish it. It's a lot of off and on, moving cars around. Worst case scenario, I could unload the black Charger, load this on the trailer, and call it a day. And then the plan is to finish this car today or tomorrow and haul it Monday. I have to take the day off of work Monday, or at least half a day, because the insurance is coming out to look at the damages to our house. We lost a good portion of shingles and then part of our porch roof in the winds that we had last Friday. So anyways, enough babbling on about that. Let's get a game plan together. Let's get some motivation going. I'm just not feeling it today. But we got to get it done because it's not going to get done sitting here staring at it. Oh, I did forget something I was going to talk about. The Horizon, the little 88 Horizon that's in the garage, has new brake lines. Ran to the driver's front and passenger front. They're all hooked up with the proportioning valve. The only thing I got left to do on this side is the new hose is hanging in the background and the old hose is still attached to the caliper. The new hose is hooked up to the line at the frame rail and it's good to go. The problem I have now is I wish I'd have parted this car. So these cars can be very, very, very deceiving. Well, it looks like a decent car on the outside, and obviously the paint's faded, and we knew it had a little spot on the left rear quarter panel. But this car shows like 45,000 original miles, but when these cars sit, it's just horrible on them. And we're going to try to make this just a runabout car. It's never going to be a show car, obviously. But this is the problem. When I was under here doing the brake line on the driver's or passenger side, I noticed those holes. So, I talked to my buddy, we can patch them, but it's not really going to affect anything. It doesn't affect the car, as far as like, it's structural, but it's not structural, if that makes any sense. So, we can patch them and make it doable. But if I would have seen that, and it's, part my fault, I'm not blaming anybody, but if I would have seen that prior to putting new rear brakes on it. I mean, it's got wheel cylinders, brake lines, brake hoses. All that's new on the rear. The brake lines from the proportioning valve to the rear was already ran. So those are new. Before I noticed that, I'd put new plugs, wires, cap, rotor on this car. Those have never been ran. So those parts could technically come back out. But anyway, if I would have noticed this, then I'd also noticed on the driver's floor, it's got a small hole and up inside the wheel well. But this is what I say, why I say not all these cars are going to be saved. Because once you start digging into them deeper and deeper, you find these things. And yeah, they may look pretty on the outside, but once you get up underneath and you start taking things apart and you get up inside of it and you start seeing what really is hidden to the naked eye. So anyways, it is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and complain about it because it's my fault. I'm the only one that can be blamed. We'll fix what we can and move on with life. So meanwhile, let's get this Shelby Charger the hell out of here and get this thing done so we can haul it out of here. And like that, I'm done with the windshield. This one was fighting me, and well, let's just say we didn't win. I was cutting here, trying to come up. I finally got through. I was coming up, and all of a sudden, bloop. So that's all right. That means that job is done. It means I can move on to the next. So, yeah. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Well, as you can tell, the change around is done. The black 83 Charger is in the garage. Haven't touched it, but it's in here. Was the goal. And then we're working on the 85 Shelby Charger. The plan is to get it done today/tomorrow and get it gone Monday. So it has a couple of days left sitting here on the trailer. So with that said, I removed the front knuckles and the struts and springs. My buddy wants the struts and springs, and then we'll put the knuckles on our eBay store. I haven't determined if I'm going to pull the rack. I've got a bunch of racks laying here. The original intention was to rebuild those. I don't have time. So with that said, you can see it's kind of at a funky angle right now. It's kind of deceiving, but this is, well, it's not very safe currently. I use a jack, and I jack the back end up to remove the rear backing plate and the hub and spindle assembly. I was sitting here studying, trying to figure out how to get the gas tank out of it without climbing under the car, because obviously we all know it's not safe to do that with a jack. If I put it on blocks like I had on the front, it's too low. So as I was studying that, it kind of decided to go blunk and roll over. And the reason it rolled over is I put blocks underneath the front, but they're under the control arms, so there's really nothing holding it because the springs are gone. It should have went up underneath the K-member. The problem I have with that is when they come in to pick it up, they slide their forks underneath it and pick the car up. If those blocks are too far in, then their forks won't fit. Now, I have seen them, depending on who's driving the machine, I have seen them go through the windshield and pick it up as well. So that may happen. That may just be what has to happen. But anyways, this side fell completely off the block. So now the car is sitting at a funky angle, you know. So it is what it is. I'll figure it out. I'll take care of it. But right now I've got to try to figure out how to get the tank. You can see up inside here, and the exhaust. So the exhaust is actually still the original muffler, and it looks like it's in pretty nice shape, and the entire exhaust is on the car. So it's been patched. Looks like somebody's removed and re-put in the catalytic converter. So it's quite possible that I can come in here in the camera. It'd be to the left of that weld, so between the cat and that weld, and cut it there, and then again on the front side. And you know, if somebody's wanting the original exhaust for one of these cars, because I did actually have somebody ask, then they can have their shop, you know, put adapter in and whatever they got to do. So that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Shout out to my wife. Every Christmas she always asks me what I want. I really don't need anything, but there are a few things that I like to have, and I asked for an aluminum jack. This isn't not an everyday jack. This jack is just for this purpose. It's a quick pump, but it's super lightweight. This jack doesn't weigh much at all. So the 2 and 3 ton jack that I have that I use in this garage are so heavy and bulky to try to maneuver under these cars when they're on the trailer. This jack does great. It's amazing. I love it. So anyways, quit babbling, and yeah, let's finish this thing. I still got to cut the floors. That's going to be its own process. And it's kind of why I want to cut the gas tank out. Couple reasons. Obviously, it's a gas tank and gas is explosive. Not that I'm too concerned about that, but the straps that hold it in, they go right roughly where I'm going to be cutting. So plus I know that this has a good pump, and it probably has a good hanger assembly. So, and then the filler neck. So I'm going to try to salvage all of that, and quite possibly be able to use the tank for something later on. So anyways, with that said, that's the next step. But I've got to get this thing situated around so it doesn't collapse and come crashing down on me, because that's the last thing we need. So, all right, get busy. All right, so hours later, this is what we got. There's the floor. I need to clean it out. The junk's still in it. And then that's what's left. The only thing holding the front section to the rear section is the A-pillars. Just got somebody that may want the wheel well lips, which I already have a set pulled. I just got to go get them out and see if that's what they need. Mostly they need the driver's side. But yeah, this is how we do it here. You may find them cheaper, but you ain't gonna find them as good and as fast. So that's what we got. Now I get to figure out how to brace this up so I can get it strapped down and get this one ready to go. So today, I'm gonna probably clean up and call it a night. I'm wore out. The back section on that was kind of a bear to get, but as you can tell, we got it. Just don't quit. Just keep figuring it out. Keep working until you figure it out. That's how you do life. Keep working until you figure it out. So I'm gonna get clean up my mess. I've got stuff everywhere, mostly my tools. The parts, not that concerned about tonight, anyways, because nobody's gonna steal them. Other than the fact it's kind of an eyesore, but that's all right. Clean up my tools. Get this thing back down on the trailer so it's not going to fall on anything, and probably get cleaned up and call it a night. So till tomorrow, catch you later. Good morning. It is Sunday. Never mind the truck making all the noises. We just got it started. We're going to the U-Pull-It today. My stepdaughter's boyfriend and I are going to run to the U-Pull-It and see what we can get into, and then come back home and finish up this Shelby Charger. So meanwhile, we're going to move the truck and trailer, move it out of the way, and then get ready to load up tools and get ready to take off. Fortunately, my neighbors aren't home right now, so I get to use their driveway. They're nice people. They don't care. It's kind of a tight squeeze at the beginning of this turn because my wife's car is sitting over there. So I got to make sure I don't hit that. But we've done this many times. Take a couple shots just because. Get it to swing on over there. Doesn't have to be over here perfect. This is temporary for the day. Like I said, the biggest concern is not hitting my wife's car. If I hit the Omni or whatever, then it is what it is. But I don't want to hit my wife's car. I want to straighten this up a little bit better. We worked yesterday, and as you saw in the video a little bit ago, I got this car ready to go. I got a few little things I got to finish today. It's actually, believe it or not, very sunny, very warm. I don't even have a jacket on so far this morning. So, all right, we're going to unhook the trailer. I'm going to back the truck up to the garage, get it loaded up with the tools, and we're going to roll out. I'll do a video of us while we're there. It's time. I'm tired. Been a long day. We went to the U-Pool this morning. I didn't video anything. I probably should have, but I didn't. And then got home and cleaned up around here a little bit. And then my daughter came and visited with us for a while. And then we went up to my stepson's house. Took toolbox. Notice it's gone. Got it over there, and now I'm done. Gonna call it a night. So we'll go ahead and load this video. And then tomorrow, I don't know, see what gets started tomorrow. Like, follow, subscribe. Appreciate you watching, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.